Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Tifosi Time. This is episode 73 of your favorite weekly soccer podcast coming to you at 9 p.m. New York time. Streaming live, Twitch, YouTube, available on all podcasts. Let me invite you guys to subscribe if you haven't already so you can join the conversation. Hit that bell so you can actually get notified when we're going live. And if you guys need a little bit more motivation to do so, one recent viewer was quoted as saying, I used to not like soccer, and then after watching Tifosi Time, I now understand why. So there's a little bit of reason. But I'm Frank, Dan, Chris, Pietro, say hello.
Screw that viewer. We don't need him.
Our viewers are very sassy. You got to admit, every quote I pull out every week I always pull out a good one. There's also, for anybody that wants to get a free link to Paramount down below, check it out. Pretty sure the producer put the link below. You can get a 7-day free trial, watch some HD streaming games. So, all right, guys, busy week. Let's start. Where are we starting?
Busy week. We gotta start with the derby, right? That was the first. Yeah. You gotta start with that one, right?
I always say where we start.
Even though I know you guys want to talk about Juventus, we'll save it. We'll talk about the derby first because we actually have a league now. Milan with the 2-1 comeback over Inter. Mm-hmm. I'm going to throw it out to you guys first before I start talking forever. What you guys think on both sides for Inter and for Milan in this game?
Who wants to start? Frank?
So I'll just give a recap for anyone who didn't see the game. So Milan did end up winning 2-1, coming back when they were down 1-0. So we have a tight race at the top of the table. So go ahead, Chris. You jump in first.
I don't know. I thought it was a tale of two halves, right? Like I feel like Inter brought it first half. Magnan kept them in it, right? Some beautiful saves.
Magnan had a really good game. That first half was really good.
I feel like if he's on Inter, the Inter wins easily. Andanovic that second goal I thought was terrible. I mean, it was a good finish, but I thought
I say Andanovic 2. Magnan 2, Andanovic 1.
Yeah.
And I invert the goalie whatever they did.
It was more than just the goalies. You can't just put it all on the goalies. They had a big part to do with it.
To me, the biggest.
Andanovic, the second goal, should have saved.
No, I agree, and people weren't giving him enough blame for it. He should have saved it. When you get your full hand on a ball, you should save it. It was a beautiful play by Giroud. Nice turn. He made DeVry look like an idiot, but still, Andanovic should have saved it.
The shot was close enough to get to his chest. No, near the hands.
No, but he got his full hand on it. You got to save it.
To me, the biggest difference in the game, besides the goalies, was Dumfries and Perisic killed Hernandez and Calabria all day, and that just
in the first half.
In the first half, but even in the second half,
Inter did nothing in the second half.
But I think the wings they won the battle. It gave Inter the lead in the first half, and then with the changes that they made when they took out Salamakers, and then Milan helped come out.
I think Diaz.
Yeah, but you see, I don't understand the one thing, right? Pioli started the game with the Kessie to be like to.
Yeah, he played like attacking midfielder.
To against Brozovic, right?
Yep.
Like now, when you see this doesn't work, right? He could have kept Kessie in the Mediana and taken Benacer out.
Yeah.
I mean.
Benacer played good in the second half.
Pioli tried to get cute, like he tried to do a lineup that he's done a couple times and it's worked. And this time it really backfired because when Milan had the ball in the first half, they had no one that could hold possession, no one that can pass the ball around. So they couldn't do anything in the first half. It was really bad setup.
The one who disappointed me a little bit was Leao.
Yeah, he was non-existent.
Yeah. Usually he kills the defense. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You get the ball from middle and get the,
You know me, I'm a big fan of Calabria, so I was just disappointed in how Calabria played, and I thought Hernandez was just confused the whole first half. I didn't think he did anything.
Hernandez hasn't met one cross with his head ever in his life. That guy can't cover a cross to save his life. He's not a defender.
Even besides that, though, like he wasn't going forward. He wasn't. Dumfries was creating havoc on that side.
But that's exactly explaining reason because Inter got to the midfield
Yeah.
To
be fair, Dumfries is a good player.
And when you get to midfield and you bring back Hernandez to play the defensive side, and Leao doesn't help, that's say it all.
Yeah, that whole side was exposed.
Say a lot.
But for Milan, the way they lined up, I mean, forget about the defense, right? Salamakers, that guy didn't pass once to his teammate.
No.
Every pass was to the other team.
I mean, the guy, Brian Diaz, the community came.
Well, that was
played good. He helped
that was the difference. When he came in, they actually had somebody that can attack and actually pass the ball around and hold the ball a little bit, draw some fouls. He changed the game, and Giroud benefited from that with his two.
Still, I would have put.
goals.
I would have put a kiss in the Mediana.
Yeah,
and you take out Denis.
I agree.
Yeah, it was like he wanted to put pressure on Brozovic, but then he was also hoping Kessie would get into the box and score. And it's like,
but Kessie didn't. Kessie was so out of place. He didn't really do anything.
He didn't
put pressure, and offensively, he didn't do anything. So he was kind of pointless out there.
Agreed.
So
that's such a crazy good win.
Again, let's talk to the other side. Inzaghi, when he started to, at the end, they made the substitution. He killed everything.
He had to, though. They were so bad in the second half. He had to make changes.
Well, hey, you take Brozovic, who you take out? Who else did you take out?
Yeah, I was actually surprised the people he took out too. Like a couple of the songs.
He took out Lautaro. Did Lautaro even touch the ball? Like he did absolutely nothing.
No, I didn't have a problem, but more like Brozovic. He took out Perisic too, right? Or no?
Sanchez, what he did.
I think he took Perisic out in like the 70th minute, 60th minute. He was playing good. Yeah. That helped Milan come back. Listen, and let's call it really why Milan won, right? Like I finally said Inter was going to win, which I never do in 2 years.
You were the jinx, yeah.
And I was the jinx, so I'll take it. That was really the difference.
I think Inter. We said right, it's the best team so far, right? But I think they start to like themselves too much. You have to close the game.
Well, yeah.
They say they had 7 minutes, attacking Inter. 7 minutes, you scored more than one.
They did not have 70. Who said they had 70 minutes attacking?
In the beginning, the first half. What do we say about Juventus? When we scored one goal and we need the second or third. And they did the same thing. Just one thing, they think they're too strong, Inter.
They should think that they are strong.
They are.
Yeah, if you start to take Brozovic, everything else is more strong.
I think they didn't adjust well to the changes that Pioli made. Like he had a better game than Inzaghi in that second half.
If you think about it, Milan won with getting nothing out of Leao, putting Kessie in the wrong position,
not having Ibra,
and not having their two starting center backs.
Yeah.
Right? No Tomori, no Kyer. Like that's a big. Calabria played not his best game. Like really, it's a big win for Milan. It really is to reopen the championship. Like, and that could just be just enough to give them some confidence and put some down Inter's head. We'll see how it goes.
If you think about on the first half, Salzburg didn't do anything.
No,
they didn't do all the games. I guess it was in the wrongest position. What do you want to do with that?
Yeah,
Benacer didn't do much until the second half. He recovered some balls. That was about it.
But because I think Inter gave it this chance to win.
I like the way Tonali played.
Yeah,
they gave it a chance. Tonali is the only one.
I thought he
really we would have to say their best player by far was Magnan.
Yeah.
Right, and then maybe you split it between Tonali and Giroud because he scored 2 goals. But besides that, he didn't do anything.
No, I mean Giroud was clutch. 2 goals is pretty important.
Yeah, but besides that, what did he do?
That's the story of the center forward.
Yeah,
center forward. They never touch the ball.
Yeah,
once they touch it, once they score. That's
you say it all the time, Frank. What did Trezeguet do? He didn't touch the ball all game and he scored.
Yeah, but Trezeguet did it for 10 years. This guy did it for 1
year. What he does.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind, this is the best defensive team in the league. He's doing this against.
And the move he made on Depay was very good.
And then I tell you something. To talk about the forward, we go they tell you the difference between Ronaldo and Vlahović. Vlahović play for the team. Ronaldo play for himself.
We're not there yet.
So what are you
No,
saying?
hey.
What are you saying about Inter's forwards? That's kind of what we're talking about right now.
No, we talk about the forward. Usually the forward, they don't touch the ball, but when they touch it once, they score. We want for more.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think Martinez and Dzeko did a whole lot of anything.
Yeah, what they need Martinez like this.
Well, that end of the game, I think Martinez should be suspended.
Yeah, Chris sent that link. Chris, explain what happened.
I don't know. I guess Hernandez got tossed for that was an ugly challenge on Dumfries.
Yeah, at the end of the game, Theo Hernandez took a 2-footed tackle to the back of Dumfries' legs, got a red card.
That was
so
really bad.
It took him forever to get off the field. He was being a dick about it.
Mm-hmm.
So once he gets off the field, he goes down to the tunnel or whatever. And what did Lautaro do, Chris?
And Lautaro just straight up, there's video, straight up just spit on him, like down the tunnel.
Now you sure they spit him?
You can see it clearly.
That's what it looked like in the video.
So he's going to have a 2-3 games.
Yeah, you would think, right?
Came back up and they were fighting, and I don't know. That was
so. If you remember a few years ago, Douglas Costa did that against the Swallow. He spit on a player.
He got like 6 games. I feel like.
I don't know if that was a team suspension or if that was a league suspension. I don't know if Juventus.
That was the end of Douglas Costa with Juventus.
Yeah, that was the beginning of his end.
Because before that he was playing amazing, and then he had that thing. He spit. He was out for a bunch of games. Then he got hurt, and that was it. They couldn't see him anymore.
Yeah. So I mean, that if they find that he did spit, which it does look like he spit, I mean, he would be suspended for I would think at least 2-3 games, right? It can't be anything less than that.
I would say.
Yeah, but it depends. Inter is the league for Inter. It doesn't do the right thing.
Well, that's my thing. Is like I don't know if the league's going to do it or if Inter has to step in. Because if Inter has to step in, I don't think they're going to suspend them very long.
Another bad news about the forward. Another bad news is Zapata. He has a 2-3 months injury.
I didn't see that. We'll talk about that too. I didn't even read that. I know that he left the game.
There was also, I didn't share it with you guys. There was also another funny video. I'll see if I can find it of like people comparing Tonali to like Gattuso straight up because he was like bullying Dumfries. No, because he was like fighting with Dumfries was fighting with Hernandez.
Yeah. So there was a challenge in the middle of the game.
No, he said like get out of here. I take care of myself.
Yeah,
but like it looked exactly like Gattuso. Like it was just funny. Like
he did. He looked like a badass in the video of like just like get the hell away from my teammate. I'll beat the shit out of you. You know, and this is like a 21-year-old kid like saying that to him. It's funny.
Well, he's starting to come into a little bit of having character. You know, that's why we say confidence. He's playing better.
Oh, but Tonali has something like Tonali last year. He knew he wasn't playing well. As a matter of fact, he got his salary.
Yeah, he's done everything right since coming to Milan.
He's the best in there. Milan should raise the salary.
They should.
They'll probably just lose him for free in a couple of years.
That's true. Yeah, but you see, that the proven one thing. When a player wants to play with one team, he gives out some money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like Chiesa, Vlahović, they want to go to Juventus. Did you read about the English press? They blame Arsenal and say you had to lose beautiful forwards.
Okay, can I also tell you Gosens made a statement about his huge offer from Newcastle, and he said, I don't want to go to England. My heart's in Italy. There's something special about the league. So if you have a player who wants to go to a team, that's such a huge advantage because he could have got double the salary, triple the salary in England.
This is the same position they want to bring to in front of the Bala because I think it's wrong to diminish to give a less than what he was making. I mean, I can understand if you don't want to give 8 plus 2, 10, because you set the big amount to 2 hours, 7. At least to the buyer, you have to give it what he was making.
He should not be
in other words, you tell the lift, get away or prepare. You're not going to get the money you make it right now, right?
But it says a lot, the advantage that you have if somebody only wants to go to your team, the leverage that you have and the things you can do. It's really important. You can get a really solid team like that.
Yeah, but in this case, even if the Bala wants to stay in Juventus, I don't think he's going to take if you cut to the salary.
I wouldn't.
No. Who would? Why would
nobody
you?
wouldn't.
He can get so much more.
It's a principle. Why you cut my salary?
No. Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, just to cap off this game, I mean, now, Milan is one game, Inter has one game in hand, and they're only 1 point up, though, now, between three teams.
So let's call it 4.
So 4 points up, yeah. That's insane.
What do you say? For points, you say the game he has to make up, he's going to win.
Who's playing Bologna?
It's not sure. Whoever you play, it's not sure.
Well, no, it's never sure. But
I mean, that to compare to what the league looked like, just a few weeks ago, and that's their first loss in 14 games.
And remember, Sunday is going to be Napoli.
Yeah, there's some good games. We'll get to that. But
that was my final thought. So what this does do, obviously, we're all saying it reopens the championship, but Inter had a chance with these 2 games with Milan and Napoli. If they would have won both games, that's it. It would have been done.
If you would have won with Milan.
Yeah, but I'm saying if they would have won both those games, they could have ran away, right? 6 points, and they would have been. Now they've basically reopened it, and if they tie or lose to Napoli,
I'll tell you something. I know it's difficult for Juventus to get in.
No, they can catch them now because the team is different than it was a week ago.
Let's say Sunday we win in Bergamo with Atalanta, and Napoli Inter they tie. Let's say that. Hey, in two games we could take a lot of.
You're still holding out hope for that?
Listen, it's because, but if you remember, and we're not at the Juventus game now. I don't know if we're going there next, but
yeah, we're gonna go to that.
We did say, remember, we said, look, the team is horrible. Remember us talking, the team is horrible. We did say 3 or 4 moves you could change the team. We just didn't think they were going to actually be able to do it. We didn't think they were going to get Vlahović or Zakaria. Yeah. They brought on 2 of the 4 moves that we had said. The team is different.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to that. Let's jump to that game.
Let's go to the game. Juventus has a lot of choice now. He can play through midfield. He can play to midfield 4-2-3-1. He can play a lot of things. He has the backup too.
Even
in Rugano now, they don't feel it's a danger.
Yeah.
When you come in,
I don't know about that.
So what do you mean? It's a 5 game, and nobody can say nothing for Rugano. Come on.
If you missed the game, Juventus beat Hellas Verona 2-0. Goals from Vlahović and Zakaria. Both of them started, which, they were a little shorthanded in some positions with people coming back from international and then suspensions and everything like that. So both of them got the start, and they both pay off with the two goals in the game. I'm going to let you guys talk because I know you want to talk a lot about this. So go ahead.
But Daniel, you say they both to play. I think that's the formation. Actually, if they did, what's his name? Allegri decided to play with 2 midfield. He can play 4-2-3-1 with the Quadrado on the right side too.
I like this formation. I would put McKennie in for Rabiot and Locatelli for Arthur, and I think this team is set.
Yeah, no, I agreed. So a couple things stood out to me. Like this was with really not our preferred midfield, right? Because Locatelli and McKennie didn't play. So you can definitely do what Chris just said, and I think that formation is good. To me, what I saw, it was, having a forward like Vlahović, he got his half a chance and scored a goal, right? That we would not have scored the entire season if it fell to somebody else. Yeah, but you notice how it opened up Morata? Like Morata playing the way he was supposed to, not as the number 9. He was able to focus on assist, run into space that was created. I thought Morata played one of his best games.
Yeah, but I tell you, Zakaria, he scored a goal, right? But it's not that he plays his best game.
No,
Zakaria used to play with 2 midfield.
So
actually, sometimes he play center midfield.
I actually disagree with playing him out wide. I thought he should have put him in the middle and put Arthur on the right.
So with Zakaria, just to talk about his game real quick, he started off very shaky with just passing to the other. The first 10 minutes, he was very shaky. After that, forget the goal. His playing the passing lanes and breaking up passes, that was the most impressive part for me. His long legs, blocking everything. He's going to be so huge defensively for them.
You saw him right away. Like, he grew into the game, and he was definitely winning balls back, like tackling.
You have to expect the first game.
I was just saying.
Even if Vlahović, you could say, oh, the first game, play the way,
Yeah.
He was nervous
how
too.
he
He was.
did. No, I mean, I know one thing. He missed like some 2, 3 trap or so in
Yeah.
the beginning, but the ref didn't help him.
No, he was getting beat up too.
Well,
It wasn't the ref.
so
The ref.
just
As a matter of fact, there was one penalty. There was one penalty in his favor.
So Frankie and I said this after the game. I mean, Gunther did play a good game. He was marking him the whole game, but Gunther was two-handed around his stomach the entire game.
With another ref, Gunther doesn't play that good a game because he probably gets thrown out in the 60th.
Yeah, he got away with a lot of things, Gunther, in that game.
Because they really left him by himself in the middle against Vlahović, and they fought. I mean, he fouled him a lot, but
I thought Gunther played good.
He played good.
Yeah.
Listen, it's so funny how one player can change the entire attitude
Yeah.
of the team.
Yep.
Like, people were happy. They were celebrating. They were like, we
The
can
confidence.
actually attack. Yeah, we can score. Like,
Well,
because now it's Morata doesn't know where he play. He don't play in the center forward. He play in the wing game move. And the question is,
we've been saying
can Morata and the Bala play all game like that, back and forth, back and forth? But he has, you see, when the team starts to get good, even the Ken can give some help on the left when
Kane goes on the wing. When he was playing with PSG, he was playing on the wing, and that's when he was scoring all his goals. He's not the center forward. Like, Vlahović is there. He goes in, Kane goes in for Morata, Bernardeschi, and Cuadrado going for Dybala. You rotate those 5 people on the outside. Those are your wings. You don't need anything else.
And did you see, besides the foul Vlahović got, did you see how many shot on goal he did?
Yeah, he could have had multiple goals.
He goes there all the time in the middle. Like I used to say.
That's what you could tell. Like, the guys wanted to cross. Every time we crossed, you kind of felt, okay, we're going to score. Like, something was going to happen. And again, he scored on a half chance, right? It took a really quality finish on that. It wasn't like an easy goal that was set up. Right?
And the other play with the Bala Morata, he's running from behind and get in the middle. And he missed it for this right. Hey,
that was another hard opportunity they just missed. I mean, and especially when you're playing the way Allegri wants to play, right? Defend, don't give up any goals. When you get your chance, take it and score. We didn't have that. I mean, and I think you felt the difference of having Danilo and Chilio too.
The question I ask myself is, although we play good defense, right? I didn't see too much from Danilo and Chilio going up.
Not going up, but I was going to say.
And I don't know if it was a choice from Allegri.
Chris wanted to say something, but then I'll jump in and I'll say something, Matt.
No, I was just gonna say I'm more impressed, like, from the one game, like I said, with the atmosphere, and like you could tell they actually like it looked like McKennie and Zakaria were like best friends.
Yeah,
and they've been together for like 4
2 days.
hours.
Yeah.
So like you can see how 2 players can change the entire dressing room. I think, which is good. They need that.
Now,
but we used to say before we bought it, and we used to name it the name. I say to everybody, to you guys, to my brother Santa, say, if we buy Vlahović and Zakaria, we're going to be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're replacing Ronaldo with Vlahović, but it seems like Vlahović is a team guy.
Well, he's a team guy. Yeah,
so
that's
it's like totally different.
Even his press conference, right? His whole press conference was like, if I play, it's up to the coach. I'm here to help the team. Like,
No, but you see him pass the ball to this.
I think he got beat up pretty good this game. Like, I think, and plus the pressure, he really wanted to do well. I think he'll obviously do better as time goes on.
And I expect more than our midfielders. Okay?
Yeah,
our
midfield, if you really think about it, Arthur and Rabiot.
Locatelli wasn't there.
Yeah, that's a big loss without Locatelli. Yeah, Arthur and Rabiot, like, I would say.
No, because I see if I have to go with 3, I make McKenna, Locatelli.
Yeah, of course.
Zakaria.
Of course.
I don't make poor Artur Rabiot.
Although
Rabiot did the nice game too.
Yeah, surprisingly.
He shoot on goal.
Yeah.
Oh, even him. He got a good shot on goal.
Before Dan continues with his point, I did say during the game, at the end of the game, I said to Dan, the way the rest of the teams in Europe are playing, I think they have a chance at Champions League with this team if everyone's healthy. I really do.
Yeah, if everything goes well.
Everyone's got a chance.
We're forward like Vlahović.
You have to worry about him.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not like we're being hypocritical, right? Because we used to say, "Oh, Ronaldo's a great player, but we're too dependent on Ronaldo." We were trying to say our team played like crap, and we just got his 2 goals to beat.
Yeah,
we're not
but-
saying we want that with Vlahović. We're just saying we need someone there that
But
can
Fred,
make a difference. When he's in
Ronaldo was for this goal was covered the
Yeah.
worst. But this guy, he show you he can play with the other player.
yeah,
Well, he
exactly.
makes
You
other
understand?
players
It's a
better. Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I think even with this 3 though, I think if I had to play this 3 midfielders, I think I would have put Zakaria in the middle. Maybe we didn't put him because he was brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But-
that's what they do with Arthur, though. They sit him in front of the defense and he spreads it out. So.
They think about the freedom that they have, the Bala Morata himself, with the Vlahović in the middle.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
to watch him, but then, who you watch? When you
Two
have a good player, who you watch?
two things I wanted to point out, because what you said that you didn't see a lot from Danilo and DeCilio, going advanced. You didn't, going forward more and contributing in the offense. They actually, that's my one complaint from the team, is that like they were too reserved, especially against the opponent that they were playing that didn't have Simeone, didn't have Caprari, their 2 best offensive players.
Agreed. Verona did control the ball for defense.
Yeah, like why are you letting them do that? Like,
Yeah, but, guys, you have to understand one thing. Verona is a good team.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
although we got the 2 good players, Zakaria and Vlahović, they were the first time they played with the team.
no, I agree. Listen, a 2-0 result is fine. I'm fine with
They
it.
were
But
the
there's-
first time maybe they didn't even know that their teammate.
yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement. That is all I'm saying.
Honestly, I don't read too much into that because it's like if Sandro was in, it's not like he would have done anything.
Well, my point is with Danilo and DeCilio, at least you have 2 competent defenders that know how to defend.
Even the Shilio, he tries to shut a goal himself.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That can go up on
Some guts.
that can go up on occasion, right? They are not Gosens. They're not Spinazzola. But they can at least defend and go up on occasion. That's what you're going to get out of them.
Last thing I want to say about this game, when Dybala was subbed out, not very happy. I don't know
No.
do we know what Allegri said to him to make him, make those faces? And
I think this time, we saw the ball a little upset, right? Because he was enjoying himself.
yeah, it's like the 70th
Maybe
minute.
could have
Right?
scored. But in favor, this the whole thing, I think, this time, I want to give this credit to Allegri. Allegri is someone who just teach the player. He think about to save this guy, to save for the
Yeah.
next game. You know what
Yeah,
I
they
mean?
got a
But
busy
he
schedule.
didn't take him out because he wasn't do good. I don't think he took out because he wasn't do good. Because he thought in the next game, Allegri does this thing.
But
It's
the
like-
face that Dybala
Yeah.
made, though, like he was not happy at all.
Yeah, he wasn't happy because maybe he thought I was enjoying myself. Maybe it's a plan from the
Yeah, but we have to
society
also,
to
we have
take
to
it
also,
to.
we have to also say Dybala, like 2 things. I love Dybala, but physically he seems to fall towards the end of the game. Like I don't.
No, that's not
does.
true. No,
this game.
yesterday.
Not
Not
this
yesterday.
game.
Well,
Yeah.
Not this
would
game.
you say he
Not
was the
in this
3rd
game.
best out
Not
of the
this
3
game.
forwards?
Not this game.
Out of the
He
3
was-
forwards, yes.
Out of the 3
third
forwards, he was
best.
the worst one. If we're
No,
gonna make
who? For
Yeah.
me, was the best one.
out of Morata and Vlahović.
Yeah, he started with the goal for all. And
Yeah, that was nice.
They play for when there is Morata, they play all 3 of them. You can see it. And plus, when they did that game, when you did the play with Danilo, you forgot about that. He could have scored too.
Which play with Danilo?
Well, Danilo, he back kick to him. The goal is saved.
Yeah.
You forgot about that.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. I
You
watched.
don't
it.
remember that? You were sleeping
No, I watched it.
from 10
But-
feet.
I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
What?
Um,
Morata, he did the pass to Zakaria, plus he moved a lot.
Yeah, he moved
If
a
you-
lot. That's what I'm saying.
If you consider the whole overall, the ball did more than him.
Yeah, but in the 70th, 80th minute, who still played like they had more energy, Morata or Dybala?
Why you take him out? That's why. What do you know? If you would have played another 15 minutes, maybe he could have scored.
He might have. I didn't say he played bad, but I'm just saying he can't always be like upset when he comes out.
Listen,
No.
we have a comment in the chat, and it's a good transition to go to the Atalanta game. because Irishman in the chat saying, "Hey Pietro, Zapata is out, so Olympiacos have a chance." So why don't we talk about Atalanta since they had a terrible game versus Cagliari and lost 2-1 to a bottom 3 team, and dropped the spot. They're now in 5th place and they're not playing well. So Olympiacos are meeting them at the right time, next week with selling Gostins, with Zapata out 2 to 3 months. Muriel's not playing his greatest right now.
What is it? They're still in the Coppa di Campione?
Oh, in the Europa League. I'm saying.
Europa League.
Yeah.
But I think right now Atalanta's a little bit in trouble.
Yeah. That's what I was just saying, that they're not playing. They just lost to Cagliari. Like, Cagliari sucks.
I tell you something. With Atalanta, if we could play with the same attack, we're going to beat the SL of them.
Listen, you guys thought I was kidding, but when I said I thought it was the end of the era when they sold Gosens and with these injuries, and the way they're playing now with now Zapata hurt, like I think they're done this year.
Yeah. So if people didn't watch the game, he didn't start the game. He came in as a sub, and I think he set up the one goal, I think.
He came in after 50 days. He wasn't not really ready.
Yeah, and then he got
re-injured. They pushed him, so he got it down another 2-3 months.
So this is a huge loss for Atalanta. Also, Cagliari had 10 first-teamers not even available for this game. Like they had Dalbert playing fucking forward. Like, he's a fullback, and he played forward for them.
Another thing you have to understand, Atalanta as a forward is just a Muriel right now.
Yeah, because they got rid of Piccoli, too.
Listen, you guys think I'm crazy. You know I love Gasperini. We love Atalanta, right? They've been playing great for the last 4 years. This has the potential for Atalanta, if they don't get the ship right, if they spiral out of control, we're watching. Not only will they end up 7th, the Gasperini could get fired.
No.
You
don't
want to bet?
Gasperini's getting fired, and he's not leaving that team unless he wants to.
Unless he wants to.
That guy's going to have a statue outside the stadium.
This is Serie A. This is sports. You don't get a lifetime gig. Like, things change 2 months to the next.
He's not going anywhere unless he wants to.
If they started playing bad, what would you say, about a month ago?
They've been playing bad for a month, and this is like their first
for 1 month is fine, but if they play bad now until June, and they can't get, that's going to be a problem.
I mean, I don't think it's as bad as you're making it out to be.
Oh yeah, they're not going to be that bad, the French.
But they're
not. But
I mean, on the paper we are a little bit advantage Sunday when we play them. But you never know. You never know.
But that's my point, though. My point is not that they're having a tough spell. The point is they still have plenty of good players. Pulisic, Malinowski.
I agree.
And Muriel, and they're not playing good.
I tell you something. This optimist I got it. It's because we got those 2 new arrivals.
Yeah, of course.
Otherwise, without them,
we would have tied 0-0 or lost 1-0.
Yeah, maybe 1-0.
So Atalanta, first of all, Musso had a pretty bad week, right, Chris? He got the red card this game, but his girlfriend also sent out a dick pic.
Oh my god!
Apparently,
what happened?
See, she put on like Instagram a nude of him or something.
Yeah.
So he's had a very rough week.
It was like a reflection in the mirror or something. It was just his dong everywhere.
And then he gets the red card, whatever. But even still, like our producer Dom wanted to make a bet on the game when they were down 1-0 and they were down a man. I'm like, Dom, do you know they're down a man? He's like, yeah, no problem, don't worry about it. They got, he was going to bet tie. So they did tie the game up. And then what happens? Their defense sucks so bad that 3 minutes later they get scored on and take,
So
back
to the original question by Harishman. I think now Olympiacos is playing them like you said, exactly at the right time. Like, if they're gonna, if they're gonna play them,
Olympiacos still, you think it's better than Atalanta?
Well, listen, right now Atalanta's playing bad.
Yeah, it's a play. They miss player. That's what. It's
But even the players they have are playing. They're not playing like Atalanta. They look like they never played together before.
Their own player, Lovato, was on the other side of the field, and he played great. Like, they could totally use that kid. I don't know why they got rid of him.
Well,
It makes no sense.
Yeah,
he played really strong. He had a good game. Bellanova on Cagliari was very fast down the wing.
You saw the game of
yeah, I watched the game. Yeah, they played.
I didn't see the game.
Cagliari, they actually tried to attack, and again with these players, they had 10 people out, no forwards, literally 0 forwards. Like, what the hell? How do you lose this game? Who's
your favorite coach?
Oh, and by the way, Alec Baldwin on the sidelines, man. I was into it, man. He was getting fired up. He was like, he wasn't falling asleep on there. He was happy when they were attacking.
You need to get a Mazzari shirt, I think.
He's my new favorite coach. I love the guy. I've turned on him. I hated him. Now I love him. Yeah, he's great. But a huge win for them and a terrible loss for Atalanta, who dip out of.
Hey, listen, you say they have no forwards. Pereiros has 2 goals and
Lazio,
0.
But Frank, they had Dalbert playing forward. The guy was a fullback for Inter. Yeah. Like, why? That's how bad it is,
but I saw the highlight. I don't think Cagliari, the goal they scored, they was so wonderful.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was shitty defense. They're just not good at defense.
Right?
But that's been the problem with Atalanta. Even when they were playing amazing, they have to win 4-3, 5-4.
You shouldn't have to.
Now you have a crappy defense with a team that doesn't move the way they used to, missing your best forwards. Like, it's not a good recipe to win a lot of games.
And by the way, they were home again. They suck so bad at home. They can't win a game at home. It's pathetic. And they have great fans.
Boga made his debut.
Boga did make his debut. He didn't do anything special. He was
like I said.
He did nothing.
It's still exciting. I love him.
Yeah, but he wasn't the first game.
Yeah, he did nothing though. Anyway, Don, we have another game to look at. Fiorentina.
One question. You saw the game, right?
How
about they bore a Furor? They didn't play well.
Freuler played more offensive than he usually does. Like, he was trying to be more of a playmaker.
No, because that's the midfield for them.
Yeah, but you guys say Coppa Myers is so good. I think with Darun, when you lose Darun and Freuler there, their team loses a lot. I don't care what you guys say.
When you lose to them, and that team does a lot.
Yeah. Here's my thing with Atalanta. Their biggest disappointment of the season has been Malinovsky. He's had a very poor season, and they were expecting him to do a lot more. And he hasn't. He's been very poor this season.
So he's not informed then.
He's been terrible.
Let's hope it's on Sunday.
He was terrible at the Euros, too.
Well, that's the thing. I thought his breakout was going to be in the Euros, and everyone was going to be like, oh, this guy's awesome. And he played terrible in the Euros, and he's played terrible this season. He's got a couple goals from the outside.
And Muriel's having his worst years. Amato's been hurt.
He's inconsistent all the time.
But Muriel's
is injured.
Ilicic, he's not even with the team. He's got mental health issues that they're taking care of.
Meralanchus is injured too.
They had other people step up.
Was Darun hurt though?
Yeah, he wasn't play. He didn't play at all.
Yeah, but what I don't understand. If Zapata was injured, right? Why they sell Piccoli?
No, that's another good question. Why did they sell Piccoli?
I mean, I don't believe in Piccoli. I don't think he's the answer.
No, he was a big guy there. But if you're not ever forward, you don't sell.
Who's behind them now? Yeah, who's behind them now? Like, who's behind?
18-year-old.
They have some guy. What's it?
Oh, so they signed Mihailo from Parma on loan, who's a good player. Yeah, he's a good player. He's not bad.
He's more of a wing too, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
But look at the team though. Like, again, Gosens makes a difference there. You have your
Zapata most of all.
And Melee, where's Melee at?
Melee played. He came in the game.
These players, like people say, oh, we know they're great at scouting.
He played close. ¿Cómo se llama? Hattenborg. He played.
No, Hattenborg's been in and out all year. He's very injury prone. Hattenborg.
Oh,
So they had a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Fiorentina game because this game I was the only one who picked this correctly because you guys were all on Fiorentina even after they lost Vlahović. You're like,
Fiorentina that tell you that the MF team was Vlahović.
So 3-0 win from Lazio, and I wanted to talk about this game because we always shit on Lazio, and I want to give them credit for actually winning a game, a quality game. And I watched the first 30 minutes of the game, to be honest, and then I had something to do. But Fiorentina had the better of the play in the first 30 minutes. The new guy, Arthur Cabral, whatever, he had a nice header that he probably should have put away, and they had a couple other chances in the first 30 minutes. But then after that, Lazio just like poured it on.
I don't like a soccer player.
I know you say that every week.
No, they play too much in their defense. Come on, if you lose the ball, it's goal in there.
I have no comment on this game. I hate both. I hate Lots. I don't care.
Oh, so wait, now you hate Fiorentina now just because they lost?
No, I hate Lots.
Well, you guys got to say something about them. They're part of the league.
I don't like the way they're playing. I like Lazari, and he hates him for some reason. He played, but I don't know why he doesn't like him.
I can tell you that they were actually offensive this game and actually tried. It wasn't just possession for possession, like 70% and doing nothing with it. They actually did. They had a lot of chances, quality chances too. They weren't
I was interested in see how Fiorentina was going to respond because there's two ways you can respond when you lose your best player mid-season, right? The team could look at it as a sign as like, oh, ownership gave up. Like there goes our best player.
No, Frank.
That's what that result tells me.
Vlahović, the forward, he didn't look too bad to me.
Yeah,
no, I'm not saying the other guy's bad. I'm just saying. But I think this is the opposite of what we said. We said we saw Juventus play with Vlahović and they had like a new belief and they were like happy to play. They felt that they had a big player. I think this is the opposite of when you see a team that had Vlahović leave, right? They go, oh, the guy who used to save us, whether they say it or not, right? They're going to compete, but a couple of results like this, and they're going to go into the shitter because
this is not the way you want to start the after the window because this can eat at you and be in the back of your head
because they're all going to be looking at each other going now like who's going to save us, who's going to score.
I still believe in them more so because they're coached. They have a coach that knows what they're doing, and there's still talent on this roster. Like they had players with red cards and injuries and stuff. Like they're still a good team.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't come in last. I'm not saying that, but. I don't think you think if you ask that team now, do they think they're going to try to barely have it to sneak into the top four? They were outside before.
Look, they're not.
You think they believe they can now?
That's not.
Let's put it this way: the guy that bought Cabral, he had a chance with head.
He had a beautiful chance.
Let's say if Vlahović wasn't there, was a goal.
Yeah, maybe they're up 1-0 and the game's different.
Well, so Frank, instead of them thinking top four after that result, they're probably thinking, "Man, can we stay in the top 10? Is this gonna spiral out of control?"
Well, that's what I mean. In top 10, I mean, hell, you might as well be 12. Who cares?
Yeah,
I think they got a shot at top 7, man. You guys are
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like their thought in the back of their head now is going to be like, man, was this guy really the whole team? Because
they're going to need to find that leader on the field, and I don't know who that person is right now.
Hey, another things, Vlahović, Fiorentina, I read they want to sell it. Now you can say Arsenal off to more than Juventus, but that's dependent on the player where you want to go. But it's Fiorentina that want to sell it.
No, they didn't want to lose him for free.
They didn't want to lose him. Yeah, I don't blame them. I would have moved too.
That's the equivalent of Milan losing Donnarumma for free. Why are they do that?
I think Fiorentina got tons of money for the position they were in, where he would only select one team. I think they did a great job. I can't blame them.
Listen, as I was looking at the Vlahović scenario, the Dybala scenario, the Donnarumma scenario, the more I'm really thinking about it is if you have star players, people you really believe in, I think what you need to start doing is do 5-year contracts. And at the third year, you have to renew then. You're going to renew or not renew? Okay. I'm going to sell you with 2 years left and I'm making my money.
Well,
I'm not going to lose people for 10 cents on the dollar or free.
A lot of teams have that approach now. It's like they don't even let the players get into the last year. They
forget the last year. The last year you already are screwed. You need, I think you really got to try to push 2 years to get the max amount of money. Otherwise, you're negotiating against yourself.
Yeah.
Because then you have a player go, I only want to go to one team, and the price comes down even further.
Mm-hmm. Right? Juventus is going to get the stick on the ass because the Dybala, it's a lot of team they want him. He get to 10 million.
The ball is going to be gone.
And I would bet whatever you want.
Yeah, the ball is going to be gone.
It's the old thing is with the ball to decide I want to stay with it. But no, a low salary. I'm not going to stay. I read
that they're going to open up talks again this month, but I don't know.
Back to this game. Immobile scored again. He's got 18 goals, I think. He tied with Vlahović. Milinković-Savić has 8 goals, 8 assists this season. Tied, the most in any of the top 5 leagues for a midfielder. One of 2 people with 8 goals, 8 assists in the top 5
How
leagues.
many goals does Immobile have now in Serie A? Like, he's got to be up there with some of the top scorers of all time now.
Oh, yeah. When you look back at his career, you're going to be like, holy shit, that guy was good.
Does he have 300 goals now?
Yeah.
What does he have?
No, over 300.
Immobile was Juventus.
Yeah, he sucked on them.
I think he's got like 4 for Italy.
He scored some goals with Juventus. When he was with Juventus, he was on the same.
No,
but think about it. If he plays 10 years, 20 goals a season, he's going to have over 200. He's probably going to be 250.
He's got another two quality years probably left in him, and you're not going to see this.
And he's been scoring 30 goals for what? How many years?
Yo, can we switch to Caputo really quick? Anyone see that?
Chris is done with this game. He hates Lazio, so we're going to switch to the rest of the game.
Caputo scored against the Sassuolo.
How beautiful.
Caputo's corner.
How beautiful was that goal?
I got a lot to say about Sam. They're my favorite team, okay? Let's, Dom, flip to the card of all the rest of the scores. So let's run down. If you have a comment about something, guys, jump in. Rome, Genoa, 0-0, the first game of the week. Did anyone watch this? Because I watched this game.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch it, but I have a question about this game.
Yeah.
Ravella, our injuries.
Ravella, screw Ravella. Portanova's a beast on Genoa now.
No, our injuries.
I don't know.
I think it's a 3-4 weeks. I don't see him.
I think he's still there. Yeah.
Did you know Portanova's worth 20 million euro?
Listen, stop making fun of me. He's played pretty good the last month.
Portanova, I tell you something about Portanova. He fight, things like that. I don't know what position he.
Yeah, me either.
No, yeah.
But practically, in other words, the coach say go wherever you want.
Yeah, he has that freedom.
He'll try to get the ball from people. I don't know the position he plays.
He runs around like a madman.
I can call him in the field.
The entire game, and he's all over the place. Like, where are you playing? I really don't know.
Hey, Daniel, if you notice, he never finished the game because he get tired.
Well, because he runs 25 miles in the game. Like
he runs so much.
And he takes the free kicks. I think it's hilarious that that guy is taking the free kicks. And
no, he doesn't play bad to complete.
He's got a hell of a beard.
He run a lot, he fight, but still I don't understand what position he run.
Give credit to Genoa. They've played well since they got this new guy.
Yeah, they're fighting for
you know what this new guy told them? Just to fight and run. That's what he told them.
They have to if they want to stay up.
If they weren't doing that before, that's a problem.
Yeah.
They weren't, Frank.
So for those who didn't watch this game, Zaniolo did score at the end of the game, but the VAR.
But you didn't answer to me.
What?
Rovell, our injuries.
I told you. I don't know. He's clearly hurt. Otherwise, he'd be playing. So he's hurt.
Know it's hurt. Well, so he has to be hurt.
I'm a medical doctor. I have no idea.
No,
I think for example, Zapata, they already say he has 2-3 months, maybe finishing the championship. The other guy.
I haven't looked into it. I don't know. We got to look into that.
And the point what I'm saying is been 3-4 weeks and I don't see it.
Yeah.
Every time a general player, I want to say I never see it.
Yeah. Immobile has 173 goals in Serie A.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when you look back at this
What? How many?
173.
Not bad.
It's not bad. It's very
good. Someone who's broke.
And he went out of the league for a couple of years. He went to Germany. He didn't even play.
If he plays another 5 years.
But I'm saying that's 2 years that he could have got more goals here.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to this game. Zaniolo did score. They took the goal away because VAR. They said that Abraham fouled on the play.
What they were firing wasn't right today.
Yeah, they were right. Zaniolo got pit. Well, he got a yellow card for taking his shirt off after the celebration. Then he got pissed at the ref and got another yellow card and thrown out of the game.
That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly if he wants to come play Juventus.
He does that. He does that crap all the time.
Yeah, you can't do that. We don't want Casanos. Like, you can play in Rome. You can stay there.
He needs to grow up. Yeah. We talked about Inter. We talked about Fiorentina. We talked about a lot. Bologna, Empoli, 0-0 draw. This game actually for 0-0. I don't know if you guys saw any of it. It was actually both teams had a lot of chances. But they both hit the post. The goalies made some saves. It was an entertaining 0-0 game. Samp, this is what Chris wants to talk about. Samp 4, Sassuolo 0. I don't think any of us would have predicted this scoreline. Chris, go ahead.
Sassuolo's like Jekyll and Hyde.
All right, Frank.
I just wanted to point out that Caputo's goal was pure class.
It was. And you know why? Because the best player in the league, Candreva, crossed it to him. And a beautiful cross, beautiful finish. Candreva had a goal and 2 assists. The best player in the league. I will stand by that. And they
was it as nice as Caprari's goal?
What'd you say, Frank?
Was it as nice as Caprari's goal? The back heel?
Dominic, who's that Pietro?
Whose goal is Caputo's goal?
Caprari's.
That Pietro.
No, but I'm saying whose goal are you comparing?
No, that Pietro is going to finish about 230 goals.
No, Caprari's goal is better. Chris just has, a soft spot for Caputo.
It was nice, though. Come on.
I will say, so Samp also, since he played, scored a goal. His first game with them.
I told you he's going to do good.
Gabbiadini got hurt pretty seriously, so they're signing Giovinco, it looks like, to replace him.
Baby.
So back in the league.
Now we're Giovinco.
I love to see it, man. Yeah, bring him on. I want to see him play.
No, Giovinco with Sampdoria for side.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
How old is Giovinco now? Is he 30?
33.
He's not listening to me. I just talked to nobody.
No, he's still short.
He's still short, yes. Gabbiadini was having a really good season. It's unfortunate he got hurt. Like, he was playing really good. Giovinco, 35 years old.
35 already? Wow.
Yeah, man.
What, Giovinco 35?
Yeah.
No, 33, I think.
No, well, you got his birth certificate?
1987.
30.
This game was really fun to
But
watch.
still, I think Giovinco is going to score his 5-6 goal.
Yeah. If has he been playing anywhere?
He was playing in – where was he playing? The Middle East? He was playing somewhere, and then he was out of a contract. There was talks of him going back to MLS, but then this injury happened, so they wanted to jump on him. But this was a really fun game, and Samp needed the 3 points, and that's a really poor performance from Sassuolo. No one played good on Sassuolo yesterday. It was bad. Venezia 0, Napoli 2.
Oh, Venezia was up to, I think, 80 minutes was 0-0.
Yeah, they scored late goals, Napoli. And they're getting Koulibaly back because he finished the African Nations. His team won, so he got a trophy there, and he'll be returning to the team. 2-0 win. I mean, you expect them to beat Venezia. Torino, Udinese won 2-0. They had 2 very late goals.
Right. And the extra time.
Yeah, they had a nice free kick goal from Molina, and then they scored another late
but
one.
that was a mistake for goal.
Yeah. That should have been saved.
Milinkovic had a terrible game. Even the second goal, he dropped the ball and caused a penalty shot. They lost because of him. Well, they played better than Torino, but they lost because of the goalie. And then today's game, Salernitana 2, Spezia 2.
Did you see? I think the guy like Verdi 2 goals. No? The Verdi you're talking about?
So he scored for Spezia. He scored
two free kick.
That was Simone Verde.
No, it wasn't the guy.
No. Yeah, one's Verdi, one's Verde.
Verde.
Yeah, the one from Samp went to Salernitana and scored 2 beautiful free kick goals today. The one on Spezia that we're saying is the next Insigne, he scored a penalty shot. So
we're not saying that.
Who's
we didn't
saying
say
that?
Our chat believes he's the next Insigne. So 2-2. It was 4 goals in the first 36 minutes. It was a pretty crazy one for 2 crappy teams. And Mota won Coach of the Month. Are you freaking kidding me?
Who?
Thiago Mota won Coach of the Month last month.
Hey, Thiago Mota with Spezia is doing good.
Who predicted he was going to be fired first?
I did.
Me and Daddy both said that he was getting fired first, and he won Coach of the Month. Raspadori won Player of the Month.
Yeah, that one.
I don't think he should have got it either. But
what did he do for
he had some goals, assists, but
so did everybody.
Anyway, Inter has a 1-point lead over Napoli and Milan, and in all the other leagues, the closest league is La Liga, where Real Madrid has 6-point lead over Sevilla. All the other leagues are double-digit, 1 versus 2.
Hey, news, late news. You know, PCG.
Mhm.
Once Zidane coach, and you know what he said? You wanted me to sign? You have to buy Ronaldo for me.
You have to buy Ronaldo? Why the hell would you want that?
Yeah, he wants a Ronaldo.
Well, I don't think either of those things are happening.
I don't think it's a good choice.
In the chat, Poot says Sandro should get Player of the Month. I think she's a little high.
And they have a come si chiama, Messi, Ronaldo, and Niamai. Who's going to run for them?
Neymar? Did you say Nehemiah or Neymar?
That was our neighbor's husband.
Anyway, let's go to the. So Dom, throw up the. Throw up the table.
It's our neighbor's husband.
So the table, like we said, is a little closer after this past weekend. You still have Inter 1 point ahead, 1 game in hand. Then Napoli and Milan both 1 point behind. Juventus moves up to 4th. Atalanta 2 points behind them, but a game in hand. Then Lazio and Roma round out the top 7. And then on the bottom of the table, you have still the same Cagliari, Genoa, Salernitana, 18, 14, and 11.
Oh, yeah.
And Chris, we told
Cagliari is no. Cagliari has quanto? No, I think Venezia. But why you put 20 points?
Did I mess up? I don't know. That you could have found.
No, it's a Cagliari 20 points. Venezia.
So
You found the typo.
You found the mistake. I told Chris that
Word.
Venezia was going to go down. We all warned him, and so that's a mistake. Then Venezia's in the
Venezia has a
The
game
segment brought
less.
to you by Whiteout.
Yeah. See,
Okay.
Coyote went up.
I'm getting scared.
You know what they call that? The Alec Baldwin effect, right there.
Mhm.
No, Cagliari has a 20 points and Venezia 18.
Yeah, it's a mistake. It happens.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what are you right to buy hands?
yes,
Where do you get that?
clearly. Dom, go to the Italian Cup because all those are this week. Just to
Can we just cancel this tournament?
tell people again, all these. So we're in the final 8. So there's 4 games on the 9th, which is Thursday. You have Juventus, Sassuolo, Fiorentina, Atalanta, Milan, Lazio, Rome, Inter.
Tomorrow it's Roma Inter tomorrow.
I thought all the games were on the 9th.
No, Roma Inter tomorrow. Lazio.
They
Milan,
must have changed that then
Wednesday.
because
This is our
Yeah,
second
the-
Whiteout segment of the day.
when I checked, it all said the 9th, so they must have changed that. Anyway, Italian Cup, I don't really care. I don't think any of these teams are going to play their starters.
Oh, the Italian Cup. You want to tell you? First of all, the Coppa Italia it count as a result.
To you.
And then if the team that win the Coppa Italia can win the Super Cup in theory.
I don't care about either of those trophies. Okay, producer boy, what do we got? Inter Rome tomorrow. Milan Lazio Wednesday. Juventus Sassuolo Thursday. Fiorentina Atalanta Thursday. Okay, it was a mistake. I apologize. Please don't rip my head off.
Write in the
Again,
comments how much Dan sucks.
I don't care about this tournament, so I don't even want to make this slide, but I do it for
Why?
you.
I can't.
Okay, that's why I make it for you.
Because
You happy?
Juventus wants to win everything.
All right, we'll see if they can win one.
No, we're not go for the chair. Well, so we're a loser this year if we're going to win nothing.
We are losers.
Dom, throw up our predictions just to get our totals, which I think Frank and I gain points. So, predictions for the entire year. Chris is in first with 44 points. Frank has 40. I have 39. And Petra has 31.
Jumped into second, coming for you.
You did jump in a second. You
I've been
passed.
terrible lately.
Yeah,
Christopher 44.
we've caught up to you.
Oh,
Though,
Christopher, we are Inter Juventus. 44.
and neither of you are going to catch up, I'm predicting. Dom, throw up the schedule for this week. We'll each pick games. All right, guys. So for those who don't know, we each pick a game. We pick the winner. We get 1 point if we get it right. And then if we get the result right, the score right, we get an additional point. I want you guys to not only say a score when you pick the game, but I want a little reason. I don't want you to just pull numbers out of your ass. Somebody say a sentence after a score for the love of God. That's all I want. Okay? This is what your assignment is.
Okay.
Who would like to pick the first game? Man, you guys suck. I'll pick the first game. I'm going Napoli-Inter. This is the big game of the weekend. And I will say that there is no way in hell Inter is losing this game. I think this loss for them this past week, it just reset them, and they're going to now once again run away with the title. I don't even think it's going to be close. They're going to be, by the end of the season, 7-8 points they're going to win, at least. So I'm going to say 3-1 Inter.
I say 2-2.
Okay. Frank?
I think Inter does rebound here and win 2-1.
I see your game. You're just picking against them so they'll lose. I mean, you're picking for them so they'll lose. You're trying to be their jinx.
I win either way.
Yeah.
I definitely don't see Inter losing 2 weeks in a row, but I'm pulling for a tie, so I'm going to say 1-1.
Okay. So no one's on Napoli.
No. Even though they're home.
They are home, yeah. All right,
So
somebody else
we all want
picking.
Napoli to win for the record.
Do we, though?
I say
I think
Atalanta
so.
Juventus.
I don't know.
Atalanta Juventus, 3-2 per Juventus.
This is the Sunday 2:45 game, right?
3-2 for Juventus.
Okay, are you going to give a reason? I said one sentence reason, for the love of God.
No, listen, whoever Vlahović. 2 goals.
I'll take it. That's something. I'll take it.
Listen, I hate betting against Atalanta, but I'm actually going to say 3-1 Juventus as well. They have too many injuries. They're not playing well.
It's home.
I mean, I'm saying this, but I'm assuming Zakaria is going to play and Vlahović is going to start. I'm assuming that 3-1.
Locatello's going to start.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm saying I am going to say 2-0 Juventus. Atalanta's defense sucks. Sabata's out. No Gosens. Muriel's not playing great. I don't know.
You don't think Demiral can handle Vlahović? He's going to pull him Inter?
Demiral's going to get thrown out with the red card
Guys,
in the 30th minute.
we all I hope we win a gypsy. We all give it to win it to
You just call me a gypsy?
Listen, I'm picking Juventus 2-1. I think Atalanta is in a bad way, too. They need to do something, but it's not their time right now. Plus, they're playing like shit at home.
Another thing, is you have to understand one thing. Juventus know the importance of Sunday game. They know they play everything Sunday.
Yeah, so does Atalanta.
No, but they know. Juventus, they really know. If they don't win, if they win, they give some points to Atalanta for the 4th place. Plus, they start to think up.
I think Juventus is already thinking that. I don't think this game.
Not yet. Sunday is going to think.
I like that. You gave me a whole paragraph explanation. That's more than I even asked for. Good job. Somebody else pick a game.
Let's see. Lots Bologna. 2-1 Bologna. I hate lots. There you go.
Oh, man, I hate this guy.
I'm going to say 1-1 because Mihailovic over Sarri.
2-2.
Good reason.
I'm going to say 2-1 Lazio. I think Immobile scores 2 goals. He's on a roll. Who didn't pick a game?
Frank.
Me, I think.
Milan and Sampdoria.
Milan Sampdoria. I'm going to say 2-1 Sampdoria.
Uh-huh.
Candreva with 2
After
assists.
a big win versus Inter.
Yeah, there is a tie. 1-1.
I'm saying 2-1.
1-1.
Samp has not played good all season, and you're saying they're going to take points?
Yeah, but they wanted to score 4 goals.
I'm saying 2-0 Milan. They're home. Just had an awesome win. They're not going to lose.
This is a trap game.
You can't lose this game.
If
Samp was home, I would say, yeah, maybe, they can lose a draw or something like that. But the way, and I don't know, Ibra I don't even think is going to be back, but Giroud does the same thing as Ibra anyway.
Giroud scored his 2 goals. He's not scoring again for another 4 weeks.
No, you're stupid.
Nuts.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I see on this podcast.
I'm saying 3-1 Milan over Samp. Although I will tell you, I want to say about Samp too. You guys were all talking about Odero. He's a good goalie. first of all, he hasn't played good. Second of all,
It's age.
he hasn't played good when he was in. And this kid Falcone is playing better than him this season. He made tons of saves for Sassuolo this week. He played really well.
It happened. You want to put it.
He's not a kid. He's older. Huh? I'm just saying, Odero's not good. Do you guys have anything else to say?
No, thanks for watching.
I believe that's it, ma'am.
Thanks for listening.
Wow.
Hey, do you guys get any Super Bowl predictions or what?
Bengals.
Bengals?
By 3.
Bengals by 3. Yeah.
The Rams are going to blow them out. Like it, subscribe to it, ingest it, do everything to this podcast. It's the only good thing to listen to.
Take your old family videos and record over it with this.
Yeah. Like us on Twitch, YouTube, subscribe. Our producer's really into subscribers. He wants a lot. So get us some subscribers. Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good night.
That's
Bye.
it. Adios.
Good night.
Bye.